What would you rate Tokyo out of 1 to 10? Out of 1 to 10.
Traveling around Japan is expensive, and being a tourist here is very expensive. But
the hotel we're staying at the breakfast buffet, you have to like wear gloves and your mask.
Yeah,
and, like,
because of coffee, right?
Like
I sometimes getting too much in there. Whoa, new supermarket.
Good evening, how's it going? 皆さんどうもこんにちは、トヨです。今回は東京にいる外国人の方に東京の点数をつけてもらってみたいなと思います。今年最初の動画で日本の点数っていうのを海外から来た方たちに10点満点でつけてもらったんですけど、今回はその東京バージョンということで、実際に東京で街頭インタビューしてきたものを今回皆さんにお届けしたいなと思います。東京って世界的に見ても大都市の中に入る場所だと思うんですけど、そんな東京のイメージってもう本当にすごい華やかなものがあると思うんですよね。でも実際に日本に来てみて、東京に来てみて、海外の方が感じるすごいなと思うことだったり、ここダメだなと思うことだったりっていうのをいろいろ聞いてきたんですけど、東京って本当にクレイジーだと思うんですよね。今回の動画では世界から見た東京のイメージを知ることができたり、実際に東京に来てみて外国人の方が感じることっていうのがたくさん学べる内容になってるので、ぜひぜひ最後までチェックしてみてください。Okay, let's get into it.
Where are you from?
I'm from Germany.
How long have you been in Japan?
I have been here a week.
Oh, a week?
Yes.
Okay. So in total, how long are you gonna stay in Japan?
I'm gonna stay 4 weeks. It's very calm, very good.
Okay.
I'm still battling the jet lag.
What's the time difference between Japan and Germany, your country?
It's 8 hours.
Japan is 8 hours ahead of Germany.
Yes.
All right,
It's morning right now in Germany.
Okay, it's kind of difficult to admit new surroundings,
Yes.
right? This is my main question. First one, what would you rate Tokyo out of 1 to 10?
I visit a lot of cities.
Okay.
And among those, I would rate Tokyo very high. Probably one of the best cities I've been so far.
Really?
A 9 out of 10.
Pretty high score.
Pretty high.
Okay.
Yes, I'm very impressed.
Okay, so what would you rate so? What would you rate 9?
I like how the city runs by itself and the way people kind of keep to themselves. In many cities I visit and I feel watched like a foreigner, but in Tokyo I feel accepted. It's okay because I don't feel judged because everyone is by themselves.
There is so much diversity over here, I think.
It's very quiet, very private, very efficient, sometimes too efficient. I sometimes getting too much in there. Whoa, new supermarket.
How would it be 10?
Maybe it's too efficient, too much order. I like chaos in cities. So many impressions, it's so bright and colorful.
Right.
But still, everything is very much in order. Everyone follows the rules. Everything is very strict and straight. I just need a little bit more edge and then it would be a 10.
What would you rate Germany out of 1 to 10?
Oh, that's difficult.
Don't take it seriously,
Yeah, I would say a 7. Tokyo is very efficient. Germany is very inefficient, I feel. Yeah, I would say a 7.
I'm gonna check how it goes in your country in the future.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
San Francisco, California.
US, okay.
Yeah.
from Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. How long have you been in Japan so far?
1 day.
1 day.
Yep,
Just
only 1 day.
You guys came to Japan for travel?
Yes.
Okay. What makes you guys feel like, oh, I want to go to Japan?
Good question.
Food, shows, all of these things I think together. And we've seen pictures of the country, and Tokyo has always been, a very big city, unlike anywhere else. So
Tokyo is one of the biggest cities in the world, right?
yeah.
Definitely the food. I mean, in LA, there's like little Tokyo, right? And so I've had a lot of different kinds of Japanese food there. I think I've always wanted to come to Japan and try it authentically.
What would you rate Tokyo out of 1 to 10?
Okay, so far I think combined I would say 8.5.
8.5,
I think here it's a little bit too crowded for me. Too many people.
Too many people outside,
exactly,
That's crazy,
Yeah.
What would you say?
I would say, for me, a 9. I really like big cities. I think just being around so many young people too is really exciting. I think people here are really well dressed. It impresses me a lot.
Right. Very good to know that. 9 and 8.5, right? How would it be 10?
I want to see more of the nature, see more of the different cities, maybe some museums, maybe some more shopping, more different food. I don't like too much crowdedness. So I think it's just a personal taste type of thing. I grew up in smaller places.
I would say in general, if it was for it to be a perfect perfect 10, the people here would have to be a little bit more fluent in English. It's fine because I think everybody makes a really good effort and it's easy to kind of say what you want to order just by pointing at the menu. But if people understood a little bit more, I would say that would make it a perfect 10. For me, that's the only thing.
English problem. What would you rate America out of 1 to 10? Your country. You guys are originally from US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
America is so big. It's so hard to compare. Like each region is like a different country. It's so tough. That's a very, very good question because it's so diverse. Overall, I would say 8, just because there's so much you can do, so much nature, a lot of different types of food.
I would say America gets a 7. If I'm talking about LA specifically, I think the crime is way worse. It does not feel nearly as safe. I definitely don't see myself ever leaving, but for foreigners, like especially certain parts of LA, you go to the wrong place, it can be really, really scary.
Where are you guys from?
We are from Frankfurt in Germany.
Oh, Frankfurt.
Yes.
Oh, going to your city is definitely on my bucket list.
Right.
How long have you been in Japan?
I think it's our 3rd day.
Oh,
only.
3rd
Yes.
day.
Just
Okay.
arrived Friday
Friday.
morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long are you gonna stay in Japan?
10 days,
10
I
days.
think.
10 days. Okay. Short trip to Japan.
Come from a big city, but this is just a lot.
And a really different culture.
Yes.
It's nice, but a really beautiful
But I love
city.
it.
Oh, you love it? You
Yes.
love it? What would you rate Tokyo out of 1 to 10? No, Japan, Tokyo.
I would say 7 to 8.
Not too bad, yeah.
Not too bad. Yeah.
What would you say?
10.
Oh, 10! Perfect, okay.
Yes, but
Okay.
I think I'm slowly adjusting.
Ah,
so
I see.
like, I've always wanted to come here, so it's definitely.
I see. Why would you guys rate so?
Maybe it's currently because of the weather. So, let's say spring or summertime. It's
yeah.
a bit different. Yeah. For sure, it's very crowded. The Shibuya place.
Crazy.
Crazy, really crazy.
Have you ever encountered a culture shock ever since you guys came to Japan? Wow, this is new.
The hotel we're staying at the breakfast buffet, you have to like wear gloves and your mask.
Yeah,
and, like,
because of
that's-
COVID,
that's
right?
shock.
In Europe, we already, let's say, get rid of masks and
So we are kind of trying to make the case of none or 0. So that sounds kind of impossible, but
But I think it makes sense, like for how many people there are here. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
yeah. Okay, so this is my last question. What would you rate Germany, your country, out of 1 to 10? Be honest, yeah.
I mean, we are living in Germany, but originally, so I'm born in Turkey. It's
Turkey,
again
okay.
a different culture.
Oh, yeah.
Germany, I think it's as well the 7, 8.
Oh, so man, it's the same.
I mean, I like living there. I think it's just, I don't know, I think the 7.
Oh, where are you guys from?
From the UK.
From London, yeah.
Oh,
So
London.
both
Yeah.
from London.
We're
right?
both
Yeah.
from London. I live in Scotland now.
Scotland, okay. How long have you been in Japan so far?
I've been in Japan altogether maybe about nearly 3 years, I think.
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
it'll be like nearly
Long
3
time.
years.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
long.
What about you?
1 week.
Just-
yeah, just
you-
visiting.
Just visiting.
yeah.
What brought you to Japan?
Originally, it was for like English teaching. So
English teaching.
that was a few years ago. That was like 2017. So I came here to teach, and then just taught in like a small eikaiwa. Then I went back to London to do a master's for language teaching. But now, since then, I'm not teaching anymore.
Okay.
So I was like, why did I do the master's?
You know, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, right,
That's a
exactly,
life. That's a
exactly.
life. Yeah. So anyway, jump into the main question
Yeah.
for today. What would you rate Tokyo out of 1 to 10?
I would give it like a 10.
Oh, 10.
Yeah, 10. Tokyo's
You can
great.
be honest, but
Okay, maybe like an 8 because sometimes things can get quite expensive. But living here, like when, of course, you know, from traveling, like traveling around Japan is expensive, and being a tourist here is very expensive. But to live here, like, you know, if you buy the same kind of groceries, you cook like Japanese style food, you don't really go out drinking too much, for example.
Yeah.
Because drinking can be quite expensive. Sometimes I have to take a step back and be like, if I feel stressed,
I can really feel you. Yeah.
yeah, just kind of feel like, oh, it's nice to live here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really difficult.
It's been about a week. So
Yeah, but I mean, it's all been fantastic. So I don't know, 9 out of 10. I don't know. I'm vegetarian, so I find
Okay.
the food is more difficult for me to find somewhere to eat. It's less easy. So for me to make it a 10 would be like more vegetarian food. Like
What about your country? What would you rate UK out of 1 to 10?
I would give so like an 8 or a 9 because I love London and it's a great city. But I don't know, UK like a 5.
Yeah.
Going through a lot of things in the UK, like strikes recently, cost of living crisis, gas and electricity are so expensive. I read a statistic the other day that said 25% of people in the UK right now are borrowing just to pay for like living and stuff.
For living, okay, that's hard
Yeah.
to be functioning in life and work over there.
For most people, it's a very difficult time to be in the UK at the moment. I feel in Scotland is great. I'd rate Scotland very highly, like 9 or 10. But the UK as a whole at the moment, I think if you have a lower income or public sector worker, it's a really tough time.
はい、ということで今回の振り返りをやっていきたいなと思うんですけど、今回実質、人生2回目ぐらいの東京になったんですけど、東京、人が多い。なんかその大阪の人の多さと東京の人の多さってまたジャンルが違うっていうか、それこそすれ違う3人に1人は外国人だったり、グローバル感っていうのは東京のはすごかったんですけど、ドイツ人の女性の方も言ってたんですけど、東京だと日本人と外国人の割合がすごいバランスがいいっていうか、すごい外国人の方が多いんで、外国人やっていう感じで周りからの視線とかあんまり感じないっていうのもすごい興味深い内容だったっていうか、その裏を返せばやっぱり都市部じゃなかったり、ちょっと田舎の方に行くとやっぱりどうしても外国人っていうだけで周りから見られてしまったり、あんまり心地よくない姿勢を感じるっていう場面もまだまだあるんじゃないかなっていうのが今回改めて学べた内容だったかなと思います。このチャンネルでは日本にいる外国人の方にこういう街頭インタビューしてる動画を発信してたり、最近始めた密着シリーズもやってるので、これから英語学習していきたいなとか、英語に興味あるなとか、あとは海外文化、いろんな文化を知ってみたいなっていう方はぜひぜひチャンネル登録のよろしくお願いします。Thanks for watching. Bye.